How y'all doing? This is Just Lynn. I hope y'all having a good day. I'm having a good day. I went to my refugee class this morning, and one of the dudes there, uh, from the Congo, uh, is preaching at his church next Saturday, next Sunday. What's wrong with you? Woo! And he invited us, so I gave us a little invitation, and I'm gonna go. The service is done in Swahili and French. Now, as long as Pastor don't get too excited, I can understand what's happening in French. I don't know what everybody else looks like, because he invited everybody just to come. And they church hop over there. Because the place that I do the refugees is in one church, and whenever one member of a refugee community comes and they have a church of their community, they all go. And I think it's just beautiful that they're doing that. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm going to go. And they said it was from 1 to 3. Now, I don't know if they do black church like we do black church, but the 1 to 3 is a lie if they're like us. I go to the AME, woo! I used to go to the morning service, 8:30 or something, because they knew they had to do the 11 or the 10 o'clock, but otherwise you'd be in there till who knows when and whatever. But it's a fun. Black church is fun. But anyhow, how y'all doing? My stuff has been so raggedy. I told you my children were like, let us help you get things together. I got all excited. I did. And so yesterday, my son comes over early, first thing in the morning, talking about, you need light bulbs. I said, yes, I do. And so we went around the house and we got all the light bulbs that were out. And then he took them and went to Home Depot. So he couldn't get them all because the exact ones I wanted weren't there. He found the exact ones I wanted on Amazon. So he's going to come over and light up the Casbah. So I'm very happy about that. So in anticipation of greater light, I said I need a cleaner house. So how I do things is the thing I want to do the least is the thing that I do first. And the thing that I like the least is not the grocery shop. Well, I don't like the grocery shop either. Well, actually, I'm kind of getting a little bit fond of it. And I think that's because I grocery shop from the couch on Instacart. Me and the Instacart people, we have a serious thing going on. But anyway, the thing I hate to clean the most is the refrigerator. Because my mother never liked it. And I don't know if I got that from her or whatever. But anyway, I got to go in there and see all the stuff my son has put in the bag. It's just a mess. But anyway, I was ready. I had my brain is just a half step slow this morning. Can you tell? Actually, this afternoon, it's after 2. Oh, that's probably the problem because I usually don't. I get up like at 3 o'clock in the morning and start my day doing things. I write first thing in the morning now. First thing actually I really do is Wordle and connections. But I've had to stop that because I've gotten all into the judging how well I've done on these things because they have all of these screens where I can tell you how bad your choices were and how good your choices. And can I say this? Which has nothing to do with what I came here to start with. And by the time I get to the end of the story, I may not remember what I came here to say. But I am going to say this. I stopped that looking at the solution, how to judge your responses, because if mine was less than perfect or it wasn't anything, it would upset me. And I've been reading this book about a study on happiness. And the longest longitudinal study on happiness, they didn't mean to be, didn't mean to find what they found. But anyway, what they found was the strength and number of positive interpersonal relationships is the most he's the most accurate predictor of health, happiness, longevity, even economics, and all these kind of things. All the things that they did, they weren't looking for that. They were looking from about race, and they were looking about intellect. They were looking at all kinds of things, and then the relationship thing just popped up and popped them in the face. But anyway, and they also found two things about that. And one was the extent to which you judge yourself against others, even if you come out on top, contributes to your unhappiness. The act of comparing contributes to your dissatisfaction, even if you compare yourself favorably to whoever you compare, the act of it. And look at what we're doing now. We popping the balloons. You get 2 seconds worth of information from somebody. Everything is a versus, and this everything is that. We judgy. And then we done forgot about the pheromones. We're judging across wires. There is value to physical presence and touch. There is. You got pheromones. You know how women, when they all live together, their cycles sync up. And they're not sure what the pheromones are. The different kinds they think, and some of them are modifiers and some are initiators. But we do. There is value in physical proximity to other human. We were meant to be communal people, says the woman alone in a home for 2 years with a couple of dogs. But I go out and I go see my refugees. I'm going to go to that church, and my sons come over, and I'm a loner anyway. But I believe that being a loner should not define how often I am alone. Because I think that just because I am this doesn't mean I got to stay there. You know what I mean? I am a loner, but I'm also a person that is able to learn. And I've learned the value of human contact. You know what Strice said, people who need people are legs people. I'm sure whoever wrote that wasn't thinking about anything, but it happens to be accurate and true. So I have to adjust that, because there's no point in reading a book and learning something and not figuring out what you could do better. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and see more people. But I was about to tell you about. So yesterday, my son went to light the light bulbs, and I was cleaning out the refrigerator, and I had my playlist going. And I'm telling you, Whitney fell through, let me sing back up. Me and CeeLo were the Bruno Mars song that CeeLo does, that is the best song ever. The OJs, but even more than that is the Put It in a Layaway, Isley Brothers, every song they ever sang. Stevie Wonder fell through. All of it. Anita Baker, she let me take both of those runs at the end of You Bring Me Joy. She let me have them both. Tore them up. Yeah, I know. But anyway, so Now, if you can't get human contact, the canine kind is quite nice. Isn't he wonderful? He just lets me moosh with him. Are you going to obey me if I say do something? Decker, seats. I'll have a good day. Oh, by the way, ignore the stuff on the floor. I'm still cleaning. I'm still cleaning. And ignore the lighting situation because I only got this one light coming in. If you've got a question for me, I'm putting my email down there. And don't send me nothing weird because I have somebody go through them. Just saying. And you know who you are. But if you do have a question, I'll answer it. I intended to answer some today, but I got carried away with my playlist and all of that. Feelings are fleeting. Felonies are forever. Breathe. And I gotta say this. A whole lot's going wrong at my house at this time. I can't get into it because it involves people other than me. But I want you to notice how okay I am. I'm so okay, I'm a little concerned. Oh, what you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. Things are the way they are. You know? Like that crap they did to me in second grade. I've been hot about this for decades. It just popped into my head. In the first grade, when I went to school, some administrator somewhere had nothing else to do. And they decided, we're not going to teach this crop of kids. And I don't know how many people this happened to. I know it happened in Columbus, Ohio, because I was there when it happened. I don't even know if my sister had to deal with it. But anyway, they decided, somebody just, oh, you know what? The English language is hard because you have SH, sh, and TION is shut, and so what we're going to do is we're going to create a letter for the sound sh that will use it for SH or TIO, shut, and then we'll take other letters and then we're going to make up a new letter for all of these things. The long A and you didn't change your vowel, long A and E, whether or not because there's an E at the end. They just gave you a different letter. So they gave you a whole different alphabet. You read everything in ITA. You wrote in ITA. They sent messages home to your parents in ITA. And I went to school second grade. Apparently somebody had told dude or chick, whoever decided this, oh, well, this was a stupid idea. And I went into second grade and acted like that. First grade never happened. They just act like it didn't happen. Now, luckily, my mother had me reading before I went to kindergarten. So I had learned the ITA on top of what I already knew, so it was already down there so I could come up and get it. And I swear, I could never I have always been a horrible speller. I contend it's ITA's fault. Probably not true, but since I had to deal with it, I'm going to blame it on that and leave it there. You can't change what happened to you, but you can decide what you're going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You can have what happened to you anchor you into the past as a source of pain, or you can rework it so you don't find yourself there again, or this or that or the other thing. But you have to, it's a small thing. But in general, my mother always told me, No matter what, you can't change what happened to you. But you can decide what you're going to do with it. Which has nothing to do with nothing. I can't even remember why I came here. But I was here. And now I'm gone. Y'all have a good day.